morning, y'all. If you have been thinking about cooking with cast iron, but you're a little bit intimidated because of not knowing how to care for it, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to have a gorgeous non-stick surface, just like this one, that's my granny's, with almost no effort. Alright, so I had some folks that were asking about cast iron and how you take care of it. And I have noticed that a lot of folks are afraid of cast iron simply because there's so much information out there about how you can't use soap and water and you break the seasoning and it's hard to care for, and it's not, okay? I promise it's the easiest stuff on the planet to care for. I promise. Okay, so the big thing that people get upset about is not knowing whether or not they can use soap and water. And the answer is yes, you can. The danger zone comes in not getting your cast iron dry after you have cleaned it, okay? Now, Ricky, and I could kill him when he does this, he loves to use the cast iron, but he doesn't clean it well. So you see, we've got a spot here where it just didn't come off. Now, you can simply take a brush and scrub the fire out of it. Or if you've got something that's really stuck, a little water on it, we're just going to bring this up to a boil. Then we're going to clean it just as we would normally. Okay, that's me walking around my kitchen. Okay, there we go. Up to a boil. So now, once this boils for a minute, that spot will come off, and we're going to season it just like we would anything else, okay? So if you've got a skillet, a piece of cast iron that you've never used, I know a lot of manufacturers are selling them now and they're calling it pre-seasoned. That's fine, but just to be on the safe side, this is what I would do. Now this is an old one. The one I put on the stove over there, that was my grandmother's. I've got another one in the cupboard that's over 120 years old. I still use it. So that's kind of a big selling point as far as I'm concerned with cast iron. It'll last forever if you take care of it. Alright, so this one is a, I don't know what this thing is. I think it's just a tortilla warmer. That's what I use it for. But this one is just as non-stick as all the others. Alright, so this one is clean and dry, and this is just vegetable oil. If you have a brand new skillet, you would do exactly the same thing the first time, okay? So you're just giving it a nice coating everywhere of oil. That's it. Most of the time, you can use just whatever you have. It does not matter. Folks tend to think it matters. Oh, get the handles too while you're at it. You don't want your handles rusting. If your skillet has a problem long term, chances are it's because the handles weren't cared for correctly. See? That's why you do this. If you've got a Ricky in your house and he puts your skillets away without really taking care of them, that can happen. But you know what? It doesn't matter because you would do the same thing no matter what. Now, if you do have some rust, if you've got a rust spot on your skillet that has started, you can use steel wool. Let me grab another paper towel. You can use steel wool or a stiff brush. Scrub it off right down to the cast iron again. And then you do exactly this, okay? Now, to make sure you've really done a good job, preheat your oven, throw your skillet in the oven, just your naked skillet with the oil for an hour, 350 degrees. And then once it's cooled down, you're good to go. What happens when you cook with, okay, cast iron by itself, naturally, is pretty porous, right? So you want to rub until you've got, that's oily, but it's clean, it's just oily, right? If you're rubbing and you're picking up particles of something, that means you need to go back to the soap and water. Alright, so cast iron is pretty porous, and as you cook, fats bond to the surface, right? And then it becomes this slick, non-stick surface that's amazing to cook with. When folks talk about breaking the seasoning, they talk about getting enough of this built-up carbonized surface off of it to where things will start sticking again. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So if you keep it oiled, use soap and water, but make sure it's super dry, and then give it a coating of oil before you store it, you're never going to have any problems. All right, so this guy has come up to a boil. This one over here on the stove has come up to a boil, which means we can clean him. Oh, actually, it came off just with the boiling water. All right, so we gotta make sure that we have all the liquid off of here. I'm gonna repeat the same process I did with the flat one. And we will be fine. Ricky can continue cooking his specialties. Chicken Parmesan, I think is what this one was. He can continue cooking, and I can continue with my grandmother's cast iron skillet. There we go. How easy is that? Perfect nonstick surface right there. All right, we've been talking about how easy cast iron is to clean and take care of, and that if you do it, like I showed you to do it, keep it oiled and keep it dry, it becomes non-stick. I mean, you have this beautiful non-stick surface. And so I thought I'd show you just how non-stick it can be. So I've got a house full of sick kiddos today. Everybody's home with a virus. Thank God it's not flu, it's not strep, it's just a bug. But they don't feel well, and I can't find a spatula. So anyway, my point is, I'm making a delayed breakfast for Boone. Oh, here we go. This will work. And one of his favorites is just egg whites. So this is a really good demonstration of the non-stick properties that can develop when you have well-seasoned and well-cared-for cast iron. Alright, so 4 egg whites. It's not a recipe, I'm talking about the cast iron, right? So I just put 4 egg whites and a little bit of butter on there, and I'm just gonna wait, right? I'm gonna show you how amazing cast iron is. Nothing's gonna happen for about 3 minutes, so I'm gonna not make you watch egg whites cook. That's not fun. Okay, so it's ready to flip. And I picked egg whites just to show you, because egg whites are about the stickiest food I could think of. So here we go. Boom. Boom. That's it. That, y'all, is just how non-stick cast iron can be. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Bunny, it's ready! Hey YouTube, thanks for watching, and if you thought that video was helpful, do me a huge favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get a notification whenever I post a new video. And if you have a second, hop on over to Patreon and check out how to support my channel even more. Again, thanks for watching.